Okay, so we're talking about three women that have been courageous either as a business owner or on a longevity on a job. And so tonight it gives me distinct pleasure to introduce to you Sherelle Robinson. Hi Sherelle, how you doing today?
I'm fine. How are you?
Oh, fine. I am so glad that you are here and I hope that you're happy to be here as well.
Yep.
So you are good. I'm glad to hear that. So what I'm going to do tonight, Sherelle, with the format is I'm just going to ask you a series of questions, and I would just like for you to be able to respond to those questions, and so our audience will get to know a little bit more about you, but also get to know a little bit about the organization that you have started. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So we're going to start with introductions, and so I would like for you to introduce yourself and also introduce your business.
Okay. Well, my name is Sherelle Robertson. I am gonna be 32 in a couple days, and I actually own two businesses. Um, One is called QueenShe Scents, where I sell um like anything like so bath bombs, lotion, soap, sunscreen, just any type of self-care product you can think of. I sell it. I also sell like t-shirts and self-defense items, keychains and things like that. And then my second business is called QueenShe Productions. QueenShe Productions is just a small it's just a project management company where I help publish authors publish books. I help artists get their work into galleries. I have a podcast where I like people who are starting businesses, business owners, things like that, to come and talk about their business on my podcast, just to kind of get the name out there, get the followers on Facebook, Instagram, social media, things like that. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, wow, you're a busy woman. It seems like you do so much. So I really was impressed with the services that you provide to people, and because to me I was just like overwhelmed with how much how much you do for the community and how much you offer to the community. And so I just wanted to know what inspired you to get this started.
Well, so as far as like the bath bombs, like the QueenShe scent side of things, um it's kind of a funny story actually. Well, it's not that funny, I guess. I don't know. So I used to be involved with somebody who was a business owner. And I would tell him all the time, like, I want to learn how to make soap. I want to start the business. I want to do this. And he'd be like, well, do it. Like, and I'd be like, oh, no, I can't. I need to work. I don't have time. I can't be like you. I can't just, be run on faith like you know. And then I started watching YouTube videos and I started like following certain people on Instagram and social media and things like that. And then I don't know, one day it was like Mother's Day, and me and my brothers were like, I was telling them, I was like, well, I'm gonna make mom a bath bomb for Mother's Day. That's what I'm gonna do. So like I said, I went on YouTube. I watched a couple of videos on YouTube about how to make bath bombs. I bought the ingredients. The first ever bath bomb I made was like perfect. It was so perfect. Like I remember it was purple, it was lavender scented. The shape was amazing. This like how solid it was so amazing. And I was like, you know what? I can do this. And then I made my second bath bomb and it wasn't as perfect. But you know what? And then I was like, I made that perfect bath bomb. I can make it again. And people like bath bombs. And I feel that people like you can go to true story. Me and my husband yesterday went not yesterday, 3 days ago, went to Target. And Target had bath bombs that were like this small, selling them for $7. I sell 4-ounce bath bombs like that big for $2. No, $3. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think you should need to pay that $7 to be able to relax at your home. You can pay $2, smell just as good, look just as nice, has just as much relaxation as the next one. Like everybody deserves that right. Everybody deserves the right to pamper themselves every once in a while, you know? So that's really how I got started. It was just a gift I wanted to make for my mom for Mother's Day, and it turned into all this. That's the QueenShe Scent side of things. The QueenShe Reductions was also a mistake. So my Facebook page, I had called my Facebook page QueenShe Productions. And then one day I was like, well, I'm not a production company. Why do I like, and I couldn't change it because every time I tried to go on Facebook to change it to QueenShe Scents, it gave me an error. So I was like, well, I might as well take this QueenShe Productions and do something with it, you know? So what I got my DBA. So I'm doing business as QueenShe Productions underneath QueenShe Scents, and I help you publish your book. And that was my first project management. Well, my first project management thing is I hosted that what was it, the murder mystery. So that was the first thing, and there was little, you know, problems with it was technical problems. I'll blame myself for that. But the first thing that I did that I was barely any problems, was super simple, and I enjoyed every second of it, was helping you publish your book. So
That's great.
it's like I can do something with this. Like there's so many talented people, and I love creative people. I love people who love to create. So I was like, let me do something with that part of my life. So yeah, that's how I got started.
Wow, that to me, that's amazing, because what I was hearing you say is that you at first didn't believe that you could do this. You know, even though you were encouraged by someone to go forth, you didn't believe it. But then you, by faith or whatever you want to call it, you know, you decided, let me try this, and you tried it. And so that's what I think that being courageous is all about, is taking something that you may not necessarily believe that you can do, or believe that you have the talent, or believe that you have the resources or whatever, and you take it and you step out on faith, or you just say, let me just try this, even if it is a fluke, and it works. And then from that, you created it to not only QueenShe Scents, but QueenShe Productions. And to give you kind of like a pat on the back, or, you know, I just wanted to say that I have tried your products as far as the QueenShe scents, and I really do like them. I mean, they smell wonderful. I like the soap because I'm more of a soap person than I am a bath bomb person. But I do like it all, and I like the way it smells and the way it makes it's silky to your body. So I just hope you go really far with this, which I'm sure you will, knowing you, because you're a go-getter. And plus you come from 3 generations of a trendsetter. So that's really exciting. And then as far as your production line, yes, I was the first one, the recipient that you helped produce a book. And I just want to share that with the audience, is that the production side of it was this book right here. So this is called When the Kisses Stop, A Tale of Lessons Learned. And it's more of a workbook, but Mrs. Robinson, excuse me, was very involved in that. So I want to thank you. And so you shared a lot about your motivation of how you wanted to do something nice for your mom, which was very appreciative. But I wanted to ask you if you would just share with your audience here, where do you see, we'll start with QueenShe Scents first. Where do you see that going in 5 years? Where do you want to be in 5 years?
In 5 years, I mean, like I was saying earlier, I feel like everybody should be able to afford to be able to pamper themselves every once in a while. So as much as I would love to have like a brick and mortar and things like that, that would obviously make it so that I would have to increase the prices on the products I sell. So even though I would definitely love to do that, it's not something within the next 5 years, it's not a place where I want to be at, just because I'm not, I'm not willing to raise the prices for my customers. But what I do see myself doing in 5 years is maybe selling on Amazon. So becoming more of a household name, people know, like me and my sister-in-law were talking yesterday, and she was saying, like, QueenShe Scents is more known than I give myself credit for, you know? So I have over 1,000 followers on TikTok. I have over 2,000 followers on Instagram, over like, I think 200 followers on Facebook, things like that. So the name, the QueenShe brand is building. So it doesn't necessarily result in sales all the time, but it comes up in conversations. So, and I'm seeing it come up in conversations from like the analytics that I receive on my website. So I see like every day there's like a 50% increase of traffic going to my website. So in 5 years, I see myself getting bigger, but still remaining true to myself and being humble over every sell I get, everything. Just people are like, oh, let me type that in Amazon. Let me QueenShe Scents in Amazon. And then, you know, having that. So I plan on selling elsewhere than just QueenSheScents.com, if that makes sense.
Great.
Yeah.
That's really exciting because it's like you have a vision of where you want this to go. And of course, you want to be humble and true to your customers and the customers to come, but you just also want the more recognition as well as the sales. And I think that's really exciting to know that you even want to go as far as Amazon and other retail shops. That's exciting. Well, you know, I believe that whatever you put your mind out there to do, you can do it. And you've proven to us so far because like you said, you're a household name. People know more about who you are and who you, as a business owner, but also who you are as a person, that they are seeking your services, which to me is so exciting to hear about, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's move it on to the QueenShe production. What are some of your thoughts about that one? Where do you want to see that in 5 years?
So so with QueenShe Productions, it's such a, I know like if other business owners are listening to this, they say you're supposed to find a niche and stick to it. With that part of my business, I can't just stick to one thing. I can't just stick to publishing books. I have to do like event, you know, events, continue on my podcast. So let's see, continue publishing books, continue putting artists in galleries and things like that. So for that side of things, I would like a office space and maybe to gain some employees within the next 5 years. Just because it takes even with the book publishing part of it, which you know, because there was been many days that we were on the Zoom calls till 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning. So that part does take a lot. So, and there's a lot more involved in the book, like your first book, because we're, you know, we talked before and you're planning on doing a second one. So your first book was it was easy because of how you wanted it structured, right? I'm doing another book. I'm in the process of doing, this would actually be my third book, because I just finished a poetry book that is actually being structured a lot differently than your book. So I would need like a graphic artist, because that's where we're held up right now is the cover. The person who wrote the book isn't happy with the cover that they originally paid somebody to do. So now they have to look for somebody else to do the cover. So I need a person for that. I need an editing team. I need, you know, all these things. So in 5 years from now, I plan on having all that in a place for us to work and things like that, just for the book publication portion of that. Then I'm going to need the event planning part, and then I'm going to need the liaison to the Las Vegas Artists Guild and things like that, you know. So in 5 years, I plan to be very big with the QueenShe Productions. I plan to be a household name, not only in Vegas, but worldwide. I want people from all over the country to, if they're planning a virtual event or something like that, to keep QueenShe in mind and QueenShe Productions in mind so that we can host that for you, or we can do whatever needs to be done for, so that's, yeah.
That's amazing. You definitely are going to be busy. And
Mhm.
you definitely are going to need the people power behind you to help you with all of that. So that's really exciting. I mean, gosh, I had no idea that that's how where you wanted to where you wanted it to go, and I'm just so pleased to hear that. So that's really exciting. That's really
Mhm.
sweet. And so I know that you got your hands full, and one thing I admire about you as a trendsetter is that you don't give up. You keep going and going and going, and you're very creative. I mean, you do things. I'm like, my God, how did she do that? I just admire your work so much, you know. So I just wanted to once again give you some kudos, you know, so the people that are listening to this will know that, wow, this woman works hard and she will deliver, and she will deliver the best product that she can. So that's really not only on the scent side, but the production side as well. So that's really sweet. Yes. And you know, I really love the name QueenShe. How
Mhm.
did you get that? Would you be willing to share that with the audience?
Well, I've shared it on social media before, so I don't have a problem with sharing it with you and your audience. So my name is Sherelle. It's spelled Sherrill. So that's the she part of it. And then I feel, this is my personal opinion, but I feel like life is like a game of chess. And most time on a chessboard, people think guard your king, and they forget all about the queen, not knowing that the queen can move in several directions. The queen isn't just stuck to one thing. So, and that's basically how I see myself. I started with QueenShe Scents, and I was moving, jumping one space. And I was like, hold on, I'm doing nothing with this name QueenShe Productions. And it's weird when people click on QueenShe Productions and they see a bath bomb. So then I changed directions and I said, let's do this QueenShe production side of things. And I started with the murder mystery, like I said. And I said, that's not good enough. I can publish books. I can figure out how to do it. I can do it. And then I changed directions again, right? And then I was planning a paint and sip. I changed directions again. You know what I'm saying? So it's just I can move in any direction, just like
Yeah.
a queen on a chessboard. I'm not stuck to one. I don't have that, one track mind where I can move up or I can move down like the king can. No, I can go diagonal, as many spaces as I need to go. I can go across the board, how many spaces I need to go. Like there's no one move at a time for me. That's just how I feel. So that's where I got the name QueenShe Scents, because the queen on the chessboard. I'm very unpredictable and I can move in whatever direction I need to move to make it better for me. And I just got married, so my husband, make a better life for us.
That's exciting. Thank you for sharing that. I really appreciate it. I heard you talk about so many amazing things that you have already started, you know, like the murder mysteries, and you're going to do a SIP and art show, but that is on the hold for right now. So,
Mhm.
but can you tell us, or is this something you want us to just to wait and see? What upcoming promotions or products do you have coming that you would like to share with us?
Um, so I have a lot of friends who've been asking for the men's collection. When are you going to make something for men? Well, the answer is it's Father's Day. I am announcing my men's collection. Um, so I do have things that are catered towards excuse me, more so towards men. Things that they would use more than like a bath bomb and things like that. So those things are coming out. Um, in June, so a few days from now. Yeah, but I'm not gonna give it all away. I'm not gonna tell you what's in part of it. It's actually gonna be a a bundle of things, so it's gonna be several different items um, for men.
Okay, that sounds. I know they'll be excited to receive those products, so that's
Yep.
exciting.
I, I hope so.
They will. They will.
Yeah.
And so I also wanted to ask you about a little birdie had told me that you are reaching your 1 year of being in operation. And I wanted to be the first one to say congratulations to
Yeah.
you. And so that is amazing that you've been doing what you're doing for almost a year now, if
Yep.
not longer, because you had to do the preparation and stuff, I know, ahead of time. So that's exciting. I want to congratulate you.
Thank you. Yeah, so technically I have been in business for a year, but I didn't launch my I s- didn't launch my Etsy shop. I started an Etsy until my birthday, which was June 2nd, which is June 2nd. So on June 2nd, that's when I consider myself to officially be in business for a year. And then on that day, if I do plan on going live on TikTok and on Instagram,
Okay, well, we'll be
just to
looking
talk about some up and coming things. So if you are curious of the up and coming things and what's happening and where the business is going, definitely look out for my live that's about to happen.
Oh, that sounds exciting. We definitely will look out for that. Wow. And so I also wanted to ask you, this will be the last question, and then, well, I have two questions. One of the last questions I wanted to ask you, will you give our listeners 3 ways that you pursued being courageous? So in other words, how did you overcome your fears? You mentioned earlier that you didn't think that you could do this. So how did you overcome it?
I mean, so I guess a little bit of background. I still work, a 9 to 5. Well, it's really not a 9 to 5 because I'm part-time. And I asked my manager after working there 6 years, I said, can I go to full-time? It's not her fault, and I don't blame her, and I don't blame the company. But at the time that I was like, let me go full-time, there was changes that happened within the company, resulting in the release of several employees that worked at the company, but in a different aspect. So one of those employees was a little irate when she got let go. And when she got let go, she voiced her disappointment in the company publicly, I guess, and emailed whoever she needed to email and text whoever she needs to text. And they rehired her at a full-time position doing something she's never done before. And that was kind of like my final straw. Like, I don't want to be here. I love my job. Don't get me wrong. I love my coworkers. I love my boss. I love the company has been good to me for the last 6 years. So I'm not complaining about that. But what I am complaining about is that I felt like I deserved that full-time position. So when that happened, I was just like, I got to do something else. Like, I can't rely on this company to feed me anymore. I have to do something to feed myself. So, like I said, I've been saying for like the last 8 years to my significant other back then, like, I want to learn how to make soap. I want to be like Lush. I would tell him all the time, like, I want to be Lush. I want to be just like, if you don't know, you could look up Lush. I just want to be like Lush. Like, I want to do that. I want everything to smell amazing. I want everything to be scented. I want people to smell amazing. I want people to be able to remember like a better time in their life when they smelled amazing. And then he'd just like, do it, do it, do it. And then so like, I was like, okay, I was like, okay, let me do it. So it was the disappointment of not getting something that I wanted, that I felt like I worked hard to get, on top of my support system is amazing. You and Robert and Olivia and even little Zaki, like, they're all like, it was there for me. Even my husband is very supportive too. He'll tell like people that come into his jobs, oh, my wife makes soap. My wife has her own business. Follow my wife on Instagram, things like that. So my support system definitely helped me with that one. And then just kind of proving to other people that I'm not just a worker bee. I love the fact, like, you interviewed grandma and she's been working for 65 years. And I love that. You know, no other person can be like, oh, this, I've worked 65 years on the job. So that is something amazing, you know, and everything that grandma has, she deserves it and she worked for it. And I want to be like grandma when I get older, and I want to have the things she has. But I also want the satisfaction of knowing that I did that for myself. I didn't rely on John Q. Esquire to give me a paycheck every month. And I still struggle, and I had to overcome these barriers, and I had to work harder than everyone else because I'm already stigmatized. I'm Black and I'm a woman. They don't want to take me seriously. You know what I'm saying? So I already have that stigma on me. Like, if I'm having a bad day, oh, then I'm just that angry Black woman. And that angry Black woman doesn't deserve to be like a manager, or doesn't deserve to have a full-time position, or doesn't deserve this. But it's like, no, I'm having a bad day, just like you had a bad day yesterday. You came in here and cussed everybody out. I ain't even cuss. I'm just having a bad day. I don't want to be bothered. Like, and I feel like working for myself, if I have a bad day, who can I get mad at but myself? You don't see that in the product. You don't see, you know, that outwardly. So for me, the best option is to work for myself. And kind of going back to what you said for that 5-year plan, I don't want to work in the next 5 years. I don't want to work a 9 to 5. I want to rely on myself. I want to be self-sufficient. I want to, you know, not have to wake up early in the morning and go and punch a clock, you know? So yeah, you just have to, honestly, like you said, believe in yourself. But a lot of it, because there's been times, you know, where I was like, well, screw this, you know, like weeks have gone by, I haven't gotten a sale. Like, I think I told you before, there was a whole month where I didn't get one sale. And I still got online. I still got on TikTok and made my TikToks. I still got on Instagram and made my Instagram post. I still sat in this same room that I'm in right now and I made bath bombs, you know, thinking, oh, it's going to come. And it did. I got off Etsy. I made my own website. And since I've had my own website, it's just been, it's not overwhelming. I can handle it, but it's there. So this is just the people in your corner have to push you and push you and push you and push you. And you have to push yourself and push yourself and push yourself, or else it's hard. Starting your own business and believing in yourself and all that other stuff, it's not for everybody. But the people who like me and you and people who do it, you know, we're the ones who understand.
Sure.
Yeah.
Agree with you. You know, there's an old saying that people say that things happen for a reason. And so it sounds like to me, you know, by you not being able to get those hours that you wanted on your job and having the passion of wanting to do something for yourself, kind of what gave you the courage to go forth and to endure and keep it going and not give up, even though there was days you felt like it. So I think that I think what you just said for me was very powerful and inspirational to hear, because it's taught me that, you know, you can't give up regardless of what you see right now. You didn't see those sales for a month, but boy, now you're getting them. So that's exciting. That's really exciting. So can you give us some information on how a person can contact you if they needed to, or if they wanted to buy a product from you? I know you mentioned your website earlier, but can you just give us that information?
Yeah. So my website is QueenSheScents.com. So it's basic, it's super simple. You go in there, you find the item you want, you find the color you want that item to come in, and you pick a scent. Right now my hot sellers are my sample boxes. They come with free shipping. Just use code word Queenie when checking out, and that will give you free shipping on those. Follow me on Instagram at QueenShe Scents, QueenShe_Scents, or QueenShe_Productions, especially if you're an artist, because I'm always looking for artists on that thing. And I'm also on TikTok. So TikTok, I am QueenShe.productions.
Okay, wow, you busy woman. Is there anything else you want to share with our audience before we go?
Mm, no, nothing that I can think of besides what I've already said. Stay tuned for my live that's coming on June 2nd. I don't know what time yet. It just depends on how the day goes, because like it also is my birthday. But I'll be doing giveaways. I'll be doing a bunch of things that day, just sporadically throughout the day. So definitely want to keep an eye out on my social media on June 2nd. After I'm on the West Coast, so after noon, because I also have a doctor's appointment that day.
Okay, well, that's exciting. Well, we definitely will be looking out for that, and wanted to also wish you not only the happy anniversary to your business, but also wanted to wish you the happy birthday period. So that's exciting. Hope you and your hubby have a wonderful time. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to introduce this wonderful woman to you because I am so excited with the things that she has accomplished in life so far. So, Sherelle, I thank you so much for being here and being a part of our 3 generations of trendsetters. And like she mentioned earlier, we have another speaker that you'll be watching, and that will be Margine, but she likes to be known as Jeannie. And she's going to share a story about, for her, what it was like for her to be able to stay at a job for 65 years, and the courage that she received to be able to do that, especially at a time where there was a lot of racial turmoil going on in the world, and there was a lot of division among different races, and a lot of division among women, period. Women didn't necessarily have the same grace that they may have right now, or acceptance in the work field and things like that. So thank you for joining Armstrong Empowerment Coaching YouTube channel, and I hope each and every one of you have a wonderful day.